Welcome back to Auto Gear Hub. Today we're checking out a car that blends classic Italian charm with modern electric efficiency, the 2026 Fiat 500e. This little EV may be compact in size, but it's packed with style, personality, and tech that makes it one of the most interesting options in the growing urban electric vehicle market. If you've been thinking about going electric but want something different from the usual Teslas and SUVs, the Fiat 500e might just win you over. Let's get into all the details, from how it looks, to how it drives, what's inside, and what kind of pricing you can expect. Right from the moment you lay eyes on the 2026 Fiat 500e, it's clear this is no ordinary city car. Fiat has done a brilliant job preserving the retro-inspired look that made the original 500 such an icon, but they've infused it with a more modern and refined twist. The design is undeniably European, with a cute but confident stance, rounded proportions, and minimal overhangs that make it ideal for tight city streets. The front end is simple yet stylish, featuring LED headlights with a split design. The top part housed in the hood gives the car a friendly, almost animated expression. The Fiat logo is now electric specific, with a clean 500 badge taking center stage on the grille, while the traditional Fiat emblem is subtly relocated. The bumper has been reshaped for better airflow and a sleeker aesthetic, and the flush door handles give the body a cleaner profile. It rides on a set of 16-inch or optional 17-inch alloy wheels, depending on the trim, with unique patterns that add to the car's personality. Along the sides, you'll notice a more sculpted body compared to previous models. It's slightly longer and wider than the old 500e, giving it a more grounded, stable look. The roofline gently slopes toward the rear, ending in a neatly integrated spoiler that aids aerodynamics. Moving to the back, the 500e retains its rounded rear lights, but they've been modernized with a hollow center design that makes them instantly recognizable at night. There's no fake exhaust, no unnecessary vents, everything is clean, compact, and purposeful. The charging port is located on the passenger side rear quarter panel and supports both level 2 AC charging and DC fast charging, which we'll get into later. Now let's talk about performance. The 2026 Fiat 500e is powered by a front-mounted electric motor producing around 117 horsepower and 162 pound-feet of torque. That might not sound like much on paper, but in a small car that weighs under 3,000 pounds, it's surprisingly zippy. In real-world city driving, it feels quick off the line thanks to the instant torque that electric motors are known for. It's not built for racing, of course, but for weaving through traffic, accelerating from stoplights, and making tight maneuvers in narrow spaces. It performs like a champ. The battery pack is a 42 kWh unit, which gives the 500e a real-world range of around 150 to 160 miles per charge depending on driving habits and conditions. That makes it perfect for urban commuting or as a second car for short to medium distances. It supports DC fast charging at up to 85 kilowatts, which can get you from 0 to 80% in about 35 minutes. On a level 2 home charger, a full charge takes about 4 to 5 hours. It's worth noting that Fiat has made efforts to optimize battery management and efficiency, which helps extend range even in cooler weather conditions, something earlier EVs struggled with. Driving the 500e is a unique experience. It's nimble, with tight steering and a turning radius that's perfect for urban settings. The suspension is tuned for comfort over city potholes and speed bumps, though at higher speeds, it remains stable and planted. There are 3 driving modes: Normal, Range, and Sherpa. Normal gives you a balanced driving feel, Range enhances regenerative braking for one-pedal driving, and Sherpa mode maximizes efficiency by limiting power output and turning off non-essential features like climate control to stretch the remaining range as far as possible. Inside the 2026 Fiat 500e, you're greeted by a cabin that's far more premium than you might expect from such a small car. Fiat has taken inspiration from both Italian design and modern technology to create an environment that's minimalist yet full of character. The dashboard is clean and symmetrical, with a wide 10.25-inch touchscreen infotainment system placed in the center and a 7-inch digital instrument cluster behind the steering wheel. The infotainment system is fast, easy to use, and supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard. Physical controls are kept to a minimum, but the most essential buttons, like climate controls and drive mode selectors, are still there and easy to reach. The circular air vents and the two-spoke steering wheel add to the retro-modern aesthetic. Materials are eco-conscious. Fiat uses recycled plastics and vegan leather across much of the interior, especially on the top trims. There's even a model that offers sequel yarn upholstery, which is made from recycled ocean plastics. It's a small but thoughtful touch that fits with the car's electric ethos. The front seats are surprisingly roomy, even for taller drivers. There's a decent amount of headroom and legroom, and visibility is excellent thanks to the upright windshield and large side windows. The rear seats, however, are best suited for short trips or smaller passengers. This is a 2+2 configuration, so it's not meant to haul adults in the back regularly, but for kids, pets, or extra cargo, it works just fine. Speaking of cargo, the trunk offers around 7 cubic feet of space, which isn't a lot, but the rear seats can be folded down to open up more room for groceries, bags, or even a small suitcase. For city living, it's totally manageable. On the tech front, the 500e comes with a solid suite of features. There's keyless entry and push-button start, a wireless phone charger, USB-C ports, ambient interior lighting, and an optional JBL premium sound system that sounds fantastic for a car of this size. Safety features include adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and rear cross-traffic alert. Parking sensors and a rear-view camera come standard, while some trims also offer a semi-autonomous parking assist feature, handy for squeezing into tight spaces. Now let's get into pricing. The 2026 Fiat 500e starts at around $34,000 before any federal or state EV incentives. After applicable credits, you could see that number drop below $30,000, making it one of the more affordable electric vehicles on the market. The base model comes well equipped, but stepping up to the La Prima trim, which includes premium finishes, a panoramic glass roof, and additional tech, will bring the price closer to $38,000. That might sound steep for such a small car, but when you factor in the EV incentives, the high-quality build, and the fact that it costs next to nothing to charge compared to fueling a gas car, it becomes a much more compelling proposition. Fiat is also offering flexible financing and lease options, especially in EV-friendly states where incentives and utility rebates can bring your effective monthly cost down even further. Plus, the 500e qualifies for carpool lane access in many areas, which is a big perk for city dwellers. So what's the verdict? The 2026 Fiat 500e isn't trying to be everything to everyone. It's not a long-range road trip car or a family hauler. But what it does exceptionally well. It's stylish, efficient, easy to drive, packed with personality, and surprisingly premium inside. If you live in the city, want an eco-friendly commuter, or just want a second car that makes a statement, the Fiat 500e deserves a serious look. Thanks for watching Auto Gear Hub. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more car content every week, and let us know in the comments what you think about the Fiat 500e. Would you go for something this compact, or do you prefer a bigger EV? Until next time, take care, drive safe, and we'll see you in the next video.